I don't think it's much of a different scenario whether you're a signwriter or whether you're a restaurateur or you're selling T-shirts and thongs. You've got to communicate with your audience and you've got to tell a good story. And if you don't tell a good story, then you're getting left behind.
Yeah, you got to think tribally.
Yeah.
Do you? I want to be in that tribe of Mad Hueys. There's some. They're always funny. Something like this. I want to be in that thing. Same if it was a restaurant or a.
Yeah.
So there's something about those guys that I want to associate myself with, and
which
is what. And a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah.
They actually don't have it in themselves. They have to choose the right person.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody was a good storyteller.
It's time to land the Barracuda! Everybody do a wow! Do what, baby? Come on and do the Barracuda!
G'day viewers, today's podcast was brought to you by Koala Karma, the chill out drink. Just sit back, relax, and ask your mate, Leigh Kelly, what he's been doing the last few years. And I'll tell you what, millions of things. I'm talking to Leigh Kelly, who's a social media marketing champion, who I first met selling motorbike parts in the middle of the bush, who everyone knows. He works for the Summernats, he's into restaurants. He's currently helping a young lad, Sean Bolger, reach the ultimate in rallycross. So, hang on to your hats, kids. We get deep. We get so deep that when we finished recording it, we wondered, is this any good? I don't know either, Leigh, but I'm glad you were here, mate. Are you there, Leigh? Yeah! Yeah, if it's back here, it's no good.
Right, come up and close and personal with you.
All right, let me do a little test.
Yeah, that's pretty funny about those two.
Leigh Kelly, how are you, man? Put it there.
G'day, Drew.
Great to see you again, dude.
It's been a while.
Last time you came in, we ended up just drinking a bunch of beers and talking about Scarlett Morgan with my mate Carlos. You remember that?
Yeah. The guy from, is it The Bastards or whatever?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
I'm going to turn you up there.
A little old school punk, eh?
I was thinking before we got here. No, it's actually, we call it fight music, funnily enough.
Fight music.
It's rock and roll dance music. It really is. It's this rhythmic... I'm
a lover, not a fighter, though.
Mate, The Bastards, great band. On the way here, but they're too bloody lazy.
Too lazy. That's perfect punk ethos, really.
Yeah. On the way here...
You don't want to be motivated. That's not punk.
No, well, you got to get some gigs.
Wow.
It sucks being in a band where everyone's looking at me to get more shows. I'm like, no, I've got another band I'm getting shows,
Yeah.
You'd have that in all the industries you're in.
Few of them.
Yeah, a lot. Well, on the way here, I thought, okay, I'm going to ask you a joke question.
Oh.
Hey, Leigh.
Yes.
You been doing anything?
Plenty.
Exactly, mate. What were you doing today?
Today was an interesting one. A little bit of web work, a little bit of video content, a little bit of food photography. I'm just cleaning up some images from a new client, DeVito Waterfront at Southport. Food's amazing. What can I say? I'm making it look good too. Right. But that was about it for today. I've been playing catch up for the last couple of weeks because I've just spent a month driving through the centre of the country. So, it was one of those things. You either take your holidays and you suffer for it, or you don't go on holidays, and I chose a road trip.
Yeah, right.
It was pretty good.
Well, you know what? Last night, it was a long weekend. Last week,
I've been
Monday
cursing
night.
the last 2 long weekends. I'm trying to make some cash to fill up my bank account after holidays, and you can't do it in a 4-day week.
Well, do you really like holidays anyway? What is a holiday to you?
Well, being self-employed for so long, public holidays don't mean shit to me, really. It's a good time to catch up with people who have got a job, or a regular job, let's say. But, public holidays and, office parties and, work Christmases and stuff. These are all very foreign terms in my world. So,
yeah.
Mate, I take the work when it's there. So, Yeah, holidays and public holidays and, double time and a half and all this sort of malarkey. It's strange.
Well, they're for people who will do 38 hours kind of thing, who are bored with their own, whatever they're doing. They're like, say my friend down the chicken shop, okay?
Yep.
Yes, a public holiday, yes, because she is always there.
Yep.
Right, so with your free agent, mate,
Yeah. Well,
from the outside.
yeah. It's one of those advantages of the, alternative lifestyle, one might say.
I got to ask you though, how do you? It must be a fine balance between choosing how much you're worth, because when Leigh, mate, everyone knows Leigh. He's done Summernats. He does everything for this and that. He does huge businesses, and he also does your mates thing down the road.
Yeah.
Come on, Leigh, just set us up something. How much?
I pick and choose, and if I really want to be involved in something, then the monetary side of things isn't that much of a cause. So I'm kind of a little blessed like that. And then, other people, you kind of assess their business and what they want you to do and what they've paid for other people in the past and go, well, this is how much you're going to have to spend. But I've never been good at putting a monetary value on what I do. I think a lot of people probably get more than what I'm worth out of me for my hourly, But it's a happy life balance, and I think if you're happy with the money you've got and that you're getting and that you're asking people for and stuff, then the work flows. And, at the moment I'm pretty busy. So I think I've kind of got that balance right of, Johnny over here is paying this much a month, but, Barry over there is paying a little bit more where he needs to. So,
I've met it'd be a fine line between ungratefulness, when you're doing a great service to someone and you, in your mind, how many hours it is.
Yeah.
But you soon learn what a real person is like. This person you thought was kind of cool. What happened?
Look, there are plenty of people out there that like to butter me up and sing my praises because they know that they've got a job coming up that they want me to do, and they want me at a particular rate, and so they feel the praises and the buttering up, and maybe a few beers here and there and stuff will get them. Ooh, excuse me, Jack Daniels.
Yes,
get them a little different deal, But look, I try and be fair about it, and I'm always open to work with everybody for the budget that they can allow, So make sure there's a little bit of me for everybody.
Right.
Spread it around.
What was the last great thing you did? Can you tell me about Sean Bolger's rally deal? Because first, let's talk about Robbie Bolger. He's like a...
Can I talk about Robbie Bolger?
Oh, who can't? Let me tell you my history of Robbie Bolger. He first popped up. I knew when I was back in the day when I raced Formula Fords around the country, and he was in the stunt team back then doing Donut King stunts.
Yep.
So he had donuts shaved into his head, and he was this loud, bit of a gut,
semi-obnoxious man.
Yeah, Irishman, right? Yeah, and he was always at the party somewhere, and I was always hanging out watching the party from over a distance. And then he would pop into this Backpage sports bar that I worked in all the time.
The lovely old back.
Mate,
where was that?
He was doing things.
Backpage?
Carrara, yeah. He'd do things like there was always a stripper there.
Yeah.
And he'd go get carrots from the. He'd like hide things in her purse, like a cucumber. Yes. She'd get home and someone had taken a cucumber from the kitchen, and
and there's Robbie's name signed up the side of the cucumber.
Yeah, so funny, dude. And I raced with him and all sorts of stuff since, but. Now he's got a son, eh?
Yeah. He's got a lovely family, and I've been working with him for a bit now, and and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn. Yeah, I'll acknowledge it.
Well,
this thing's turned off 3 times in the last 3 episodes. Technology,
had
mate.
to be because I was here.
Technology's great, but then you get relaxed and, when the little Bluetooth speaker downstairs turns on, everything turns off. So,
mate, are we sure it's off now?
What's it like working with Sean Bolger?
Yeah, let's get back to that. Look, I see my involvement with Sean and his family and his dad Robbie, as a pretty cool position at the minute. We've got a fairly talented young fella that looks like he's going to end up, racing in one of the premier rallycross, series in the world, I suppose you would say, being the Red Bull Global Rallycross.
Oh, I didn't know that. Rallycross.
Yeah, it's Rallycross. So
It's better.
Yeah,
Oh,
mate,
I
look.
didn't know it was that, yeah.
Yeah, no, the Rallycross is where it's at, I think. You've got your Ken Blocks and all those guys racing that stuff now. And
It's a real spectator sport. You
Yeah,
can put a
it's-
stadium in it.
yeah, it's a stadium sort of an event, You could have it running at the sprint cars, put in 4 or 5 corners. Some have got dirt, some have got concrete, put a jump in there and a crossover, and all of a sudden you've got a rallycross track, And
That's great, mate. You know what? To cut you off there.
Yeah, you're right.
The last podcast, I think, was with Luke Oldfield from Sprint Cars, Titan Racing Sprint Cars, right? And we were talking about how V8 supercars suck so much right now because you go there to see stadium trucks.
Yeah.
When something is just so visual, you want to
Yeah.
take kids there.
Yeah.
They're jumping over the fence, and it speaks to us as Aussies more so than these cars just going round and round. So the rallycross, where is it? It's been huge in Europe forever.
Look, you talk to any of Robbie's Irish mates or Alistair McRae and his mates, the Scottish in us all. Mate, rallycross is huge. Excuse me.
Mate, let's just burp. Honestly, I'm doing
Look,
it too.
to be
Who
honest,
cares?
I think it's a sausage.
Yeah, it is. I just had one before I got here. Hey, it's Leigh Kelly and Drew Clark. We're going to burp our way through this. Who cares?
Well,
No chicks listen to this. Let's face it. Lee.
Let's face it. No
Come on,
chicks
this is
are
you and me,
listening
mate.
to this.
A few clowns.
And all of a sudden, I'm just seeing the message boards light up. All those chicks I know that are having a listen going.
No, that's
"Listen
just a
to
bunch
this
of
turkey."
lights. That's not really a message, mate.
You mean we're not live?
Got that
Look,
on eBay.
it's just a flashing light. It's actually nothing. Yeah, look, working with Robbie is a challenge day in, day out. He is
Colourful.
colourful is the word. He's probably going to be colourful with me after he listens to this, but
Does he still swear?
does he? That's like asking if a man likes a block of chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, Sean's definitely got a talent. He's got a driving talent. And Robbie being the man he is, the godfather of Australian motorsport entertainment, I think they call him or something.
Oh, calm down.
I've
Really?
heard that before.
Really?
Just quoting what I know from Google.
Okay.
P.S. But yeah, I do get plenty of work through him, from him, purely because people go, you what? You work with Robbie and you've been doing it a while. That's a man we want to work with, So, yeah, there's plenty of benefits of being in that team, and yeah, at the moment it's all sorts of good fun. They've got a private compound out at Pimpamar, and some days you show up out there and there's 10 cars that they bought for a couple of $100 each, and there's blokes just going left, right, and centre and sideways, and it's pretty good fun. And then other days you're out there with the World Rally Championship spec Volkswagen Polo that's just off its head,
Right.
And here's Sean at 13 giving it all sorts of curry,
Right.
He's definitely not scared of the throttle or the power of the thing at all, He sees it very mechanically, and I think that's where his skill as a driver comes in. You can see it in his eye, mate, like he's just thinking about corners and apexes and how much throttle, and when he sits in the car, he's not a 13-year-old kid anymore. He's a driver, and it's cool. I'm hoping that it's a cool ride that we ride for a little while yet. So.
Yeah, mate. Definitely, it's the right people to be around. Well, I went to the Speedway only 2 weeks ago. I haven't been there for years.
Yep.
Took my little boy there, and this bloke was waving to me. We sat in a hill that no one's at, turn 2, and bang, it's Phil Foster, guy I used to race with.
Yep.
And he's one of those boys. Flies choppers in and out, hangs out with all those dudes, right? You know, and they're